Yo, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Living Large Las Vegas. I am your host, Coby Sherlock, and today in the lab, we have our co-host, Mr. Derek Parent.
Hello, hello.
And also, we're going to have a lot of fun today and talking about things that we're doing. So today we brought in the specialist, also my better half, and one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Jane Villafuerte. Jane, say hello to the listeners.
Hey, Las Vegas.
We got to get official, but Jane's title is
That's right.
Business Development Manager.
That's me.
So Jane is the business development manager here at the parent team. And Jane, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do here with the team?
Absolutely. So my focus here at the parent team has really been getting us out into the community and showing Las Vegas what we really are, and we lead by our hearts, and we are passionate about serving the community through home ownership.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about some of the organizations and partnerships that you've been able to bring to us and really put us out in service here in the community.
Well, we started 2019 with a big bang with the American Lung Association, where our team climbed the stratosphere and raised a bunch of money, just a little over $4,000. And we loved it so much that we are all actually committed to serving on that committee and making 2020 Scale the Strat even bigger and better.
That's right. So if you want to join our team for Scale the Strat, hit us up. We can use, obviously, anybody willing to support and come fundraise with us. But, some of the things that you're doing with the community, efforts and getting us involved, Henderson Chamber, the Metro Chamber for Las Vegas, and one of my favorite organizations that we've recently been a part of, and our board of director here is the HEALS organization. Derek, you want to speak into how that's been for you?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Being a part of healthcare, it's just to see some of the different things. Last night's event was amazing. Just to see the people that rally around, the doctors and the different organizations that directly impact healthcare, like Dave Papa from the Fingerprints, the stuff that they have, that they do for the nurses and doctors, and just to meet so many great people a part of that organization. Health is health, education, advocacy, and leadership, which, Doug does an amazing job. I'm so grateful to be a part of their organization, but it started with, just showing up and being mindful that no matter what you do in this world, you can help somewhere and you can help someone. And that's what we did when we joined HEALS.
You recently did a podcast with Doug and HEALS. How was that?
That was amazing. We spoke into our Affinity program, like how it really helps with culture, retention, how it helps the employer gain or give back to the employee. So with the benefit, it's not just for purchase, it's also for refinance. So a lot of times we have people that work for us that they love their job, they're good at what they do, but sometimes they're stressed out. 95% of the time, that stress that they're carrying is financial stress. So where we like to help, we've saved one client a couple of months ago, $4,000 a month on total spending. So imagine saving $4,000 a month. It's especially with someone with fixed income. I think of fixed income as anyone who gets an hourly pay is on fixed income. It's not just seniors, it's fixed. So this person, they made good money, but now they're saving $4,000 a month. So we can go into a company and do like a lunch and learn, not just for home ownership, but for relief. So someone that already owns a home wants to lower their interest rate, wants to save money. But, Jane has became an expert at, one, getting into these companies, two, putting together the lunch and learns and creating it. So Jane, tell us why Affinity means so much to you.
Yeah, the Affinity program has kind of been my baby since I came on, and I'm extremely passionate about it because it's such an incredible value that we give to the community absolutely for free. Having great employee benefits is critical in recruiting and retaining top talent. And with the growth of Las Vegas, my job is to create strategic partnerships with power players in the community to really serve them and keep great talent here versus moving them here. If they have a bump in the road, they miss their family, they move back. It's a very transient town, Las Vegas. So our job is to really shine the light on what is so great about Las Vegas, help employers keep them here so that we can grow Las Vegas together.
How does the Affinity program help them do that?
So companies, they've got to offer great benefits. It's no longer just about salaries these days. Culture is critical. So we come in, we help educate employees on financial literacy. And not only companies, but schools like UNLV, Turo, CSN. We want to educate the younger generations on how to create wealth through real estate. And so it's really just providing education, being a resource, and showing them what's possible through home ownership.
I mean, I found that, over the past few months, really, where we've really been, passionate about being out, being in these groups, being at these meetings. It's phenomenal to hear the feedback from the actual employers, right? When we're out, we went to a HEALS meeting together. We broke up into subgroups. We're really focusing our attention on recruitment and retention. And I constantly hear, man, the Affinity program, this is a tool. This is a tool to help us to get these people to have an opportunity here in Las Vegas that they may not have seen in the past, saving money right on the front end, buying a home, growing their family. So one of my favorite, responses from the community has been that this is a gift that they're able to give, right? They're able to give this gift to their employees through partnership with us.
$2,200 for free.
Yeah. How's that been for you to hear?
$2,200. So a great woman that I know, Rhiannon Anderson, has a great company called Steelhead Productions, and she, Derek and I had the opportunity to visit their office. Incredibly inspiring, great culture there. But she said to us, I had a couple employees ask me about buying and, making investments in real estate, and that's not my expertise. So it's great to partner with someone like Derek, who has been doing this for 20 years, to give that knowledge to my employees. It's an incredible gift. So, Derek and I came in, brought some tacos, fed them, answered all their questions about home ownership, and we're rocking and rolling. So that was some great feedback from Rhiannon, and I want to do that with as many companies as possible.
We can speak on the companies. We go Aflac. There's a bunch of other big companies, organizations, chambers. Schools. Clark County School District is next. We're going to work. I think stuff that we have to give back. It's when you hear the word free, like it's a gift, right? We want to provide something. We were at an event, Jane and I, and people always talk about how do we retain people here. The best way to retain somebody is through home ownership. Once they're here, they're in the community. They're a part of the community, right? So if something happens where it's a bad work day, you're going home. You're going to your house. You're going to someone someone that you have something special at. Or you go home to an apartment and you get on the phone and you're thinking about your family and friends back when you come from, and you say, you know what, I'm not tied to the city. Not that we want to tie people down, but this is a great city to live in. So yeah, we're going to have adversities and bumps along the way in life in general. But when you own a home, it's yours. So if you want to come home to your orange wall, right? Because you can paint it orange. If you rent, you probably couldn't. You got to get permission from the owner, or you probably don't want to invest money into something that you're renting. But you can invest money into your house. But also when you invest money into your house, the equity is yours. This biggest tax deduction that anyone gets now is the tax credit for your home. Now, when you rent, that's essentially money that you're throwing away. And I used to talk about this. I used to say renting is hazardous to your wealth. Think about it. So if you throw, if you're $1,000 a month, which rents are way above that. So let's say $12,000, $12,000 a year, 24,000 in 2 years, 36 in 3 years, right? It's money out the window. At least you buy a house, you write it off. But there's some great programs. People may not all have the money for down payment, but there's down payment assistance programs, there's teacher programs, there's culinary programs. There's a lot of programs to help people get into home ownership. But the best way to go into home ownership is to create action. So not that you want to push your employees, but you want your employees to become owners. I think one of the greatest gifts in 2001 was when I bought my first home. It was special. It was special, right? But when I sold, I made money and I bought a bigger home. But you can do so much when you're a homeowner, and you become a lot more committed at work. You become a lot more committed in the community. You become a great leader through home ownership. It's one of the best gifts that we have is to own a home.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're always going to treat your property, in the best way. And for the record, anybody that heard Derek say paint the wall orange, he absolutely would probably paint his wall orange. That's one of his favorite colors. You love orange.
Me and Frank Sinatra.
That's right.
That was his favorite color too.
But I find that, when you own a home and renting, man, there's so many complications that come with it. And people call in all the time. And I get to speak to them a little bit about their experience renting. And man, I've heard numbers upwards to $2,400, $2,500. That is a mortgage. I mean, you could be putting that into your own wealth rather than putting it in the pocket of your landlord. They may be great. Your landlords out there, you may be phenomenal to your tenants, but the reality still exists. They're putting the money into somebody else's pocket, supporting the growth of their wealth, when in reality, through programs, through teams like ours who are here to assist you, guide you through the process, you can own that home. You can grow your wealth. You can find that investment property, and then in return, be able to support, other families in the future. So these programs are incredible. Obviously partnering with some of our community leaders and what you're doing with Affinity. We have an event coming up.
Yep.
What you got?
So it's a lunch and learn specifically explaining the Affinity program, and I invite business owners, HR managers. If you recruit, this is also a great way to recruit somebody to work for you and elevate your onboarding process, because we can qualify an employee with just a job offer letter or transfer letter that's going to start within 60 days. So we can get them moved in, settled in, ready to go before they even start day one on the job. So it's like a sign-on bonus, right, Derek?
Well, so speaking on that, any employer, I would listen to this type of program because it's an added benefit. A lot of the companies that have signed up for our Affinity are actually putting it in their HR package. So as they're picking their health insurance, they're also seeing that if they want to buy a property because they work for Steelhead or one of the other amazing companies that are signed up for us, because the company signed up with us, the employee gets a $2,100 credit up top, right off the back. So $2,100, right? You can literally go on a trip for $2,100, right? You can do something with $2,100.
That's the price of our cruise trips, man.
Yeah. So so going into that, if you're a company, think about it. But also, it's the financial stress that a lot of people go through. 20 years in this industry, I love doing this business. I started off doing debt consolidation for 10 years, right? So one of the best things about debt consolidation was I get to save people a lot of money who already own a home. But then doing purchases, getting to see people into a home, building the equity, and then they buy up. One of my longest clients, when I moved in town, I've done a loan for him. But the funny thing is, I remember when his kids were little, I've done a loan for all three of his children. All three of his children, they all own a home. And now they're been through college. But that's just the gift that keeps giving by doing this. So the Affinity program was an idea of how do we retain people. That's all it was just an idea. Kind of how we, took condo financing conventionally on Las Vegas Boulevard to now we move into the Affinity program.
Mr. Innovation over here.
Yeah. Lead the charge.
But I would say, I would ask Jane before we end this segment, what is your favorite thing about the Affinity program?
It's creating possibility for homeowners. Just knowing that as an employee, my employer has my back, I am automatically going to be grateful and loyal to my employer. I'm grateful to you for inventing this. It's just an amazing give back. And so really the dollar amount doesn't matter. Just knowing that you care enough about me and as an employee to think about not just my work situation, but outside of work, having a place where I can raise my family, create memories, that is going to create loyalty long term.
Yeah. Yeah. So we spoke on, a distinction like consumer versus partner. We spoke on that. You can be a consumer or you can be a partner. We choose to be a partner. We chose to be a partner with this community. I chose to be a partner with you guys, chose to be partners with us. And employees, we truly, it's all a partnership. It's not what we can get as a consumer, right? Consumers done. We're no longer consumers of this world. We're
thoughts of the past.
We're partners of this work, of this journey. So we choose to be partners.
And some of the highlights, I just want to reiterate to you listeners, employers, partnership. This is an opportunity for us to help you to support for free the people that come to work and serve with you every day. Organizations. This is an opportunity for organizations, unions, for all of us to partner up, to join into the community so that we can focus our efforts on our service and be able to grow the wealth and create win-wins. So Affinity program, Lunch and Learn, we're doing it. We got it here Wednesday. Yeah, when is it, Jane?
Wednesday, August 28th from 12 to 1. We keep it brief, give you a light lunch, answer all your questions, give you some value, and we rock and roll from there.
I'm going to have a healthy lunch for all those health kicks. But guys, thanks so much.
It's in our office too, by the way, 6720 via Austin Parkway, Suite 350. If you guys have any questions, you can call the office, 702-331-8185.
The invite is also on Facebook. You can RSVP on Facebook or just give us a call.
Facebook.
You can follow us on Facebook. We do giveaways. We learned today. We do giveaways. Guys, listeners, thanks so much. This was a lot of fun. Affinity program from the parent team coming at you today. Reach out to us. Let's talk about it. Let's see whose lives we can change. Thanks again for listening. Living Large, Las Vegas.